don't know you need healing until you notice what you keep repeating. The same arguments, the same shutdown, the same exits. The healer is the man who interrupts that cycle. He looked at his upbringing, his losses, his anger, the habits he inherited, and made a decision. This ends with me. Not because he's perfect, because he's tired of paying for pain with his future. The healer isn't a man without scars. He's a man who stopped worshiping them. He stopped telling the same story in different rooms. Stopped using "that's just how I am" as a shield. Stopped confusing survival instincts for identity. Because what you won't heal, you will repeat. The healer interrupts the cycle. He can sit in silence and not run. That's a form of strength most men never train. Most men are managed by resentment, by unmet needs, by old humiliation, by fear of being seen, and fear of being left. So they cope, they scroll, they chase, they drink, they work until they're numb. They chase women like medicine. They chase money to feel secure. And it never works. The healer does something rare. He feels something fully, without becoming dangerous. Not a man who never gets angry. A man who knows what his anger is protecting. Not a man who never gets triggered. A man who understands triggers are invitations. Invitations to grow up where life forced him to stay young. The healer moves different. He listens longer than he speaks. He doesn't rush to win the moment. He doesn't need to dominate the room to feel like a man. His power is quieter. He's controlled. Not because he's repressing himself, but because he finally owns himself. And ownership has a price. Attention. He notices what happens in his body before he reacts. The tightening in his chest. The heat behind his eyes. The jaw that locks when someone questions him. The urge to prove himself when he feels small. Most men don't choose. They detonate. The healer chooses. He translates. What am I actually feeling? What do I need? What does this remind me of? What am I afraid will happen if I stay calm? He studies himself the way other men study the world. And he builds structure, not vibes. Healing is sleep. Healing is food. Healing is movement. Healing is sunlight. Healing is reducing chaos. Healing is cleaning your space. Healing is saying, I don't go there anymore. It's also changing who gets access to you. If a relationship requires you to abandon your peace, it's not love, it's a trap. A healer isn't just gentle, he's exact. He becomes the kind of man whose presence feels safe, because his life is honest. He doesn't perform peace. He practices it. So when he loves clean, not possessive, not paranoid, not from a hunger that needs constant proof. He can apologize without collapsing. He can be corrected without turning it into war. He can be held accountable without revenge. That's rare, and it changes everything around him. Because a healer doesn't just heal himself. He stops leaking into the people he cares about. He still has edge. He can fight if he has to. He can say no without smiling. He can walk away without explaining himself. His softness has a spine. So, who is the healer? He's the man who stopped running. The man who chose the harder path. Honesty, the man who turned pain into wisdom and wisdom into a way of living. Start small today. Pause before you react. Name what you feel. Do one thing that brings your nervous system back to center. One clean meal. One walk. One journal page. One boundary. One early night. Healing isn't a single breakthrough. It's a daily decision. And when you make that decision long enough, you don't just heal. You become the kind of man who makes healing possible for others. So ask yourself, what in you is asking to be healed so the life you want can finally begin?